Okay, so my is GuardianMap, which is an app that helps prevent school shooting injuries and deaths through an interactable map. And here you can see school shootings have increased dramatically in the US since 2018, shown by like the graph here, where it has increased by over 800 shootings. And in 2022 alone, over 300 incidents were reported. So that means the US makes up over 95% of the world's school shooting incidents. And like many of our current solutions are ineffective, and police arrive to the school blind, where they have no communication with the victims or no prior information on the school. And they're forced to use like the same generic procedure that is like ineffective, as like it doesn't adapt to different schools. So for our approach, we have a hardware, which is a watch for students to wear, and we have a mobile app for teachers, police, and the faculty of school. So the watch, for the software, there will be three main parts into the software. There, we include an interactable map, a home screen, and an AI co-pilot that we're currently working on. The interactable map displays the location of teachers, students, and police on a map. So that way, when police have the app, they can see where everybody is, and it would be easier for them to like find where everybody is. And it also allows police to draw zones on the map and place markers on the map, which is like basically a real lifetime update that teachers can see, so they can better communicate with like the police. On the home screen, it displays a list of designated people to log in account, and a notification bar, a panic button, and a text feature between police and teachers. So the displayed list helps. It also like helps keep track of all the people, which is like yeah. And like the notification bar, like that's needed. And the panic button is what calls the police into the school. So this is what like activates the police. And then the AI co-pilot analyzes movement of teachers, students, and police. And it also like at the end of every incident, it also like analyzes where the students are, and it provides feedback of like what the school could do better or improve to like prevent school shootings in the future. So here in the left, you can see the student list with all the tracking of the students and police. And in the middle, you can see the analysis. This is the AI that we're currently working on. You can see that they draw zones. And then here you can see the police marking thing where they draw zones. So currently it's not fully complete, but the red means caution. So the police can just press the button here. Oh, you can just press the button like here, and then they can put the red marker anywhere to represent danger and to tell police and to tell teachers and students to not go in those zones. And then they can also put safe zones, which is the plus mark at the very top, or danger zones, which is the X mark. So by doing this, they're able to communicate with teachers and tell them which zones are safe and which zones are dangerous. So here's the hardware. You can see the vibrating motor at the very top that notifies. Then we have the battery, we have a Wi-Fi tracking, and we have a screen. We're currently not using the screen, but in the future, we're hoping to add things that will make the screen useful. So currently, what we're currently using is like only the Wi-Fi tracking and the vibrating motor and battery. So for the implementation, faculty and schools will apply by emailing a request form to our team, and police are given accounts by our team. Then the faculty admin accounts create teacher and student accounts. And then from there, the teacher accounts can choose from a list of all students at the school. So basically teachers add for every like period or block, the teachers will add the students in their period or block into their list. That way they only have to keep track of their class, which is like much easier. And this way they can also like do it as a form of like attendance, which is easier. And police choose which school they're responding to. So police departments, obviously there's a lot of schools around it, so they can pick what school they're responding to. During the development, we used integration of Bluetooth and signal filtering. And then we're also recommending drills and more intuitive interface to help people like better like adjust to it. And then there's also offline data caching and backup power systems. For the technical infrastructure, we have a Firebase authentication controls and secure logins. We also have Firebase real-time DB syncs, all movement, and it syncs all movement data instantly, and all watches send continuous updates. We've done a couple experiments and then we found that Wi-Fi alerts reached police in 1.2 seconds and cellular took up to 6.8 seconds in poor coverage zones. So this is why we chose the Wi-Fi tracking instead of like other things because the Wi-Fi is the fastest. And also for the GPS accuracy test, indoors the average error was 5.2 meters and basements had the worst performance and gyms were the best. So we're currently working on obviously this shows that like the more covered the room is, like the more underground it is, covered like the signal, that covers the signal more, the worse it's gonna be, like the GPS accuracy. So we're currently working on ways to improve it for like basements. But like places where it's open, like gyms or like outside, they're like the best, where the signal is the best. So we're just currently working on like improving the signal for like places that are more underground or more covered by the signal. For regulations and safety, we meet all the regulations of all the government agencies, and then each student wears it when they arrive to school and return it when leaving. This way, nobody steals. And if removed from risk, it will alert teacher assigned to students. So that means like the teacher of the block that the student is in, they will be notified if the watch is removed. That way, nobody can remove their watches. And faculty can also disable lost watches, and there's also end-to-end encryption. So we've also interviewed a few people, and then Belos Joshua from the police department says that the real-time tracking will respond to be twice as fast. And principal of Sage School will also say that this system works with law enforcement and not just alarms and drills. So we have a basic plan. We're planning to add a basic plan, which is just the access to the watches and software for teachers and students. But we also want to add a premium plan, which is helps access to the AI co-pilot feature for faculty of school. So this will be for like bigger schools. We don't have a set price point yet. And compared to other things, other like features for school safety, there's panic buttons, of course, and there's like a different competitor app and there's surveillance systems. So you can see that only the Zero Eyes app has the AI co-pilot feature. And then full map of school and victims, nobody else has. So it's like our innovative like feature. And then instant communication, surveillance systems don't have. And then like cost effective, our thing is free. And then like you can see surveillance systems are very expensive and the Zero Eyes app is also like pretty expensive. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.